Hi, beauties. It's Jillian from Oracle and Alchemy in Chicago. I'm just checking in with Alia and saying hi. Also, I wanted to share with you something today. So, obviously, we're all going through some things. And this morning in our practice, we have our practice in the morning called Earth at 6 a.m. And it's usually our sadhana practice, it's some kind of spiritual practice. Um, Sometimes involving divination or pulling of cards. So we did a group reading today, meaning we pulled cards for a whole group, for the whole community, for, you know, ourselves as connected individuals. And so I thought that it would be really interesting to share it with you. And I can give you like a whole little reading, but one of our students did, which I didn't even know you could do this, and like not AI, you know, friendly. I just like don't really use it. Um, but one of our students did had Chat GPT do the reading after we pulled the cards, and I'm going to read it to you because I think it's really, really interesting. So we pulled cards today. We pulled two from the tarot, excuse me, and two from Oracle. So the tarot, one of my favorite tarots to use is the Pagan Otherworlds tarot. So that's what it looks like. And the artwork is just really cool. And also the back of the cards have that like really pretty pattern to them, which we love a good back of the card. So that's the deck we use for tarot. And then the other deck we used for Oracle was gifted to me by a dear friend. And it's the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards, right? So there's like a lot of nature, pagan, native, indigenous elements to it. So we pulled two from the tarot, two from the Oracle. So unsurprisingly, the first card we pulled as to theme what is happening in the world right now is the devil, or what's happening, what we feel the most in community, what we might feel like the most weighted by or weighed down by. So this is the devil. What a crazy card, huh? With all those like people in his cloak. Blah. So that was the first card. That's kind of like the overarching theme of how everyone's feeling right now. And then the second card was sort of like who we are as a collective. Queen of Wands, right? This empowering card of light. And I'll read again to you the cool reading that came out of it. And then our third card was from the Oracle, and it is Witch. And it says be the light, and there's a pentacle there and all sorts of wings and transformation, a horned owl, just really beautiful cards. So that was the next one. And then the final one was animal guardian and trust your instincts, right? So those are the three or the four cards. I'm going to read to you what it says because it's actually just profoundly resonates, I think, with all of us, certainly as a community of like-minded individuals. This is a powerful combination of cards, especially in the context of the current collective energy, reflecting the chaos, uncertainty, and transformation happening on a global scale. Here's a breakdown of the cards and their potential collective meaning. This card, the Devil Upright, often highlights themes of control, temptation, materialism, and shadow work. It speaks to humanity being shackled to systems, desires, or fears that prevent growth and freedom. In the collective context, the devil could represent the current chaos caused by our collective reliance on toxic systems, societal control, greed, and fear-based decision-making. It can reflect environmental destruction, power dynamics, and manipulative leadership. However, it also serves as a call to acknowledge these chains and start releasing ourselves from them through awareness and courage. Collective shadow work is being pushed to the forefront. The chaos could represent our fight against systems that no longer serve the highest good. Fear-based reactions and distractions like the media, consumerism, or material desires are clouding deeper truths that need to be unearthed. Couldn't agree more. We have to recognize our own power and what we can do in situations like what's happening right now. Queen of Wands upright brings confidence, power, leadership, and determination into the mix. Amid the chaos, she appears as a sign of rising feminine energy, creativity, and resilience. Collectively, this card represents individuals and groups finding their inner power and stepping forward to lead with integrity, passion, and authenticity. In the current state of the world, it may suggest that solutions lie in embracing creativity, embracing intuition and spiritual wisdom rather than relying solely on force or logic. The collective energy of this card supports individuals stepping into their purpose, potentially led by women, marginalized voices, or spiritual grounding leaders. Courage and boldness are required to move forward. Even in the face of adversity, people are finding ways to create, innovate, and bring light into dark places. This card for sure is a big card that represents our community here at Oracle and Alchemy. We're focusing heavily right now on supporting the healing of our witch wound and supporting each other in the power of community, and that we rise up in our spiritual practices as a collective rather than accepting the systems that have been given to us that are faltering and failing. The witch card, Magic Guardian from Angels and Ancestors, is about unlocking magic within, trusting spiritual guidance, and realizing our innate power. The witch or magic guardian in the current collective context could represent humanity being called back to ancient earth-based wisdom, leaning into manifestation, healing practices, and intuition. It is a reminder that we have the ability to change the world when we tap into our collective magic rather than remain stuck in disempowerment. On a large scale, this could symbolize a mass awakening happening despite the chaos. Could not agree more. The world is being reminded of its spiritual core, connection to nature, rituals, ancestors, and forgotten power. We just had this huge conversation this morning about food systems and how they're being completely, like animals are being killed. They are every day, mass murdered, but that because of the bird flu, because of E. coli, because of diseases in the milk, and on and on and on, right? Animals are just being called like nonstop, which is a normal practice. And as witches, we do not believe in harming, but we also certainly have such a deep connection, a profound connection to nature because she is us. We are of earth. She is us, we are her, and we treat all of her animals, all of her spirits, that we treat them as a part of us. And that's why I think being vegan or trying to be plant-based or trying to harm as little as possible is so important. But that we are coming into this place of needing to grow our own food, right? Needing to get rid of your lawn and put a garden in and help feed your neighbors and help collectively feed our communities, because the systems that we so have comfortably relied on are falling apart at the seams right in front of us. Animal guardian, trust your instincts. The animal urges humanity to reconnect with instinct, intuition, and wisdom of nature. Animals have always been guides, teachers, and protectors, symbolizing natural cycles, survival, and the balance of ecosystems. This card is a call to listen to those primal senses we often ignore. As the world is in chaos, the message here is to trust the gut and return to what is natural. Modern systems of control are failing, and nature itself might be trying to get our attention. Ecological chaos, natural disasters, and the rise of environmental movements are linked here. The survival of the planet and collective healing require us to respect nature's wisdom and integrate it into our solutions. Trust the innate wisdom in every being. Humanity's ancient connection to animals and nature is part of the key to survival. Humanity's ancient connection to animals and nature is part of the key to survival. The suggests that current chaos is rooted in power struggles, shadow dynamics, and humanity's entanglement with destructive systems. The devil represents the collective chains of greed, fear, and societal conditioning that we are being broken down. The Queen of Wands, witch, and animal guardian suggests that feminine, intuitive, and spiritual wisdom is rising to balance the scales, urging people to trust their instincts, creativity, and ancient knowledge. The key takeaway: humanity is in a state of collective shadow work and rebirth. There is immense power in stepping into leadership roles with integrity and blending spiritual wisdom with practical solutions. Trusting nature cycles, environmental healing, and instinctual guidance will help us overcome global challenges. Breaking free from fear and materialism is essential to collective growth. Let this reading be a reminder of hope, magic, and resilience amid the chaos, suggesting that the world is moving through necessary upheaval towards transformation. So, this big positive energy in this heavy, dark time that we're going through. We had a conversation this morning in the studio, right? We had a really deep Kundalini practice this morning, super powerful. Before that, we had our earth practice where we did this reading. And we're reminded that community is super powerful and important right now. And that we can recognize that the systems that we are also a part of aren't serving us and are failing miserably. And that this isn't a time of fear or listening to fear mongering or reacting or isolating yourselves, but this is a time of recognizing that the world, the nation, our government, our food systems, the way we treat humanity, the way we treat animals, and on, all of these systems need to be completely broken down and changed because they are not and have not been serving us for a very long time. So recognizing that that's happening, in whatever light it is happening in, we find our power in community. We find our power in recognizing each other in our own lights and how that light connects together to create a brighter and brighter and brighter light. You can always find your community here. If you are not close to Oracle and Alchemy and you don't want to get on a virtual class, find your community close to you wherever you can. Otherwise, just join us for a virtual class or just keep coming on here and I'll keep sharing. Community is so vital right now. Feminine divine wisdom is really vital right now. And the instinctual, intuitive nature of our own power, our own resilience, and how we push through it, not through logic and force and that masculine energy, but coming back into the nature of our collective cycles of moon, sun, earth, and that we are a part of it, and that is how we step forward into the power of healing ourselves, of healing the nation at large, and of healing the world. Remind yourself to take a pause, to take a breath, right? The last thing we discussed this morning, and it's the last thing I'll share with you, is that it is radical right now to rest. It is radical to eat well and to nourish yourselves and to get good sleep and to take a moment from your job and say, I need to go breathe for a couple minutes and take some deep breathing. Right now, it is radical to not be reactive and to come into the self and how you completely nourish and nurture the innate wisdom that is within you, right? That sacral chakra energy of creation, creativity, and that inner wisdom of your third eye that has been imparted in you from generation after generation, sewn through the fabric of life from the first breath until your breath right now. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and continue to connect in that power of community. I love you all. Until I see you again.